Good evening and welcome to the Tuesday, February 3rd meeting of the Norton Planning Board. The public is welcome to participate either remotely or in person. We are in person here at the Norton Town Hall at 72 East Main Street in the Crane Room. You may also join online via the link as advertised in the agenda. In addition, you can email any questions you have to the board ahead of the meeting to the email address as listed in the agenda. I will call this meeting to order. We have 6 members in person and 1 member, Rob Welsh, via Zoom tonight. We do not have any planning board business and policies to discuss right away. We are handing down some bills as we speak, and we may touch on something about some minutes at the end of the meeting. I'm going to go slightly out of the order of the agenda. Site plan SPR 9 and special permit 17 for 0 West Main Street. Owner applicant is SRO Development LLC. The applicant is seeking to construct 2 apartment buildings in a combined total of 35 units and 65 parking spaces. This application has to be continued to February 24th due to a noticing error. So the chair would entertain a motion as such.
Motion to continue.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. As Rob is on Zoom, we will do a roll call vote. Tim?
Yes.
I am a yes. Bridget?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
That is continued to February 24th. Next item on our agenda is remand for special permit 30, 0 Mansfield Ave. The owner is Persern Home Builders LLC. The applicant is Allen Major Associates, Inc. This applicant seeks to construct 2 36-unit apartment buildings. This application was remanded to the planning board by the Bristol County Superior Court, and we have been having meetings on this since November 18th. Mr. Jacoby, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Jack Jacoby, 144 Bank Street, representing the applicant. I'm going to give you a brief update tonight and ask at
Can you
the
go
end.
a little closer to the mic? I can't. It's
Can you hear me now?
better. Yeah. thank
Okay, I'll get closer. So I'll give you a brief update. I'm going to start with last Monday, the
you.
conservation.
Hold on one sec. If you guys want to, excuse me. If you guys want to talk, could you go outside? It's very, very echoey. Thank you. No problem. I can only concentrate on one thing at a time. Thank you. Sorry.
So last Monday, the Conservation Commission closed their hearing and issued an order of conditions. So, and that order of conditions incorporated the plans that are before you, which have the parking in the front. The second thing that I want to tell you about is that last Thursday, we had a meeting with the town manager, with the new DPW director, and with your planner, Paul Di Giuseppe, and we discussed the sewer issues at that time, and we were asked to convert from a force main to a gravity sewer, and we agreed to do that. So it will be a gravity sewer line. It will take a number of months before the design work is completed and vetted by Weston and Sampson, their peer reviewer, but that would not affect this board rendering decision. I would suggest that you simply make a condition that we build the sewer in accordance with the directions of the town DPW director and/or water and sewer commissioners, however Paul wants to write your condition for you. The most significant thing that happened is that on Friday, the building inspector ruled that Member Warshall is correct and that 61C does apply to this project. And that caused us to not be able to file the A&R plan that we had prepared because we have to make a change. And so, Paul, if we could get that up on the board. So you can see Lot C, and you can see the combined D and E to the right of it. And what it means for us is two things. One is that we need to add Lot A, which is fronts on Reservoir Street, to Lot C in order to meet the dimensional and density requirements of the bylaw. As you may remember, your bylaw says that under 61C, that even though this is in the village commercial district, any residential use, whether it be by right or by special permit, needs to comply with the nearest residential zone, which in this case is C60. So therefore, we need to add that lot in order to get enough upland and enough lot coverage percentage to meet the requirements. So the plan that was almost ready today will be ready for your meeting on February 24th, and we will get it filed, and we will ask you to act on that plan at that time. As I said, it will combine D and E, and it will combine A and C. Then the other change that it required was that the building needed to move slightly, because our building originally was about 13 feet off the lot line, and it needs to be 25 feet. So we have filed with you a sketch plan showing moving the building 12 feet to the east, and there it is. And so what we need to do now is to just give you a revised plan set that goes through all of the pages of the plans and make sure that we've reflected that 12 feet on every one of the plans. That 12 feet does not affect our stormwater system, does not affect our parking. It just simply moves the building 12 feet to the east. So therefore, we now comply with all of the requirements of the C60 zone, and that is the plan we will be asking you to act on at your next meeting. We intend to have nothing further to present on February 24th, and we would hope that you would be in a position to close.
Thank you. The only other thing we had discussed briefly is we're going to need a extension letter from you.
Yes, and I was informed by the planner that you don't have a particular form, that you just need me to send an email, and I will do that first thing tomorrow morning.
Thank you. I believe that's all Mr. Jacoby has for us for tonight. Any questions from the board for him about?
Yeah, I
Steve?
got something just to clarify. Just to make sure, the R60 district is asking, once you go beyond single family, it asks for 80,000 square feet per lot.
And that is for two,
For
not
two-
three or more. There's a blank for
There's
three
a
or
blank
more.
there.
But we're going to exceed the 80 anyway.
Okay, just clarifying that part.
Yeah, we're going to
make
be
sure.
up closer to 100.
In all other aspects of the dimensional chart, this would meet the criteria, the height, the lot coverage, all?
Yes,
Okay.
it meets all of those criteria.
Rob, any questions? I'll go to you since you're on Zoom.
No, I'm good. Thanks.
There's no other questions from the board. Mr. Jacoby, since it is a public hearing, I'll take any questions from the members of the public that are here or online. Mr. Shabbat?
Jim Shabbat, 56 Mansfield Ave. Just something quick, because it seems like the discussion's going to be at the next meeting anyways. If you need a letter for an extension, I would think you need it now so you can vote on it. I mean, someone asks for an extension, you have to vote whether to grant it or not. I don't see how you can do that in the morning. Just saying.
We're not asking for it. They're not asking for it. We're asking for it. It's something for us. It's for a,
I don't believe it works that way.
It's not a continuance, it's because
Town
the
council's on the Zoom if we want to ask Alan.
Robin, would you like to chime in? We're getting close to our deadline making a decision on this. I believe our deadline is February 16th. So we've asked Mr. Jacoby to file a letter for us. I don't believe we need to vote on it, but what's your opinion?
So I just want to clarify because this is a remand, right?
Correct.
And so what deadline are you talking about? Maybe I'm missing a piece of this.
Robin, this is Paul. In the remand, it did say that we had to render a decision within 90 days from the opening of the public hearing.
I think it was closed, but let me check. Hold on one
Okay.
second. Let me. I think it's closed. Was what I had in my notes, but give me 1 second. Let me pull it up here. Just gotta find the right document. In any event, I think that, it's always best to have the writing at the meeting. Certainly, an applicant in the room could just write it up and hand it to you, but I mean, you can vote it and if you need to get it later. Obviously there's a risk you don't get a writing later, but you can certainly vote it in any event. Let me just pull this up real quick.
My understanding, and while you look, Robin, is that the letter is just the timing is to, in essence, protect the applicant from us dragging them along forever and to move us toward a speedy decision. So if they're in alignment with it, then that's the party.
Yeah, so Paul, let me email this to you real quick so you have it in front of you. I think you can see your email from where you are. And then you'll just have it fresh. Hold on 1 second. All right, I just sent it, but the see.
Robin, in the meantime, we do have
So the order. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
we do have a signed letter that Mr. Jacoby just drafted asking
For an extension
extension.
to March 31st if needed. So,
Okay. I mean, the order says the board shall file its written decision after remand with the town clerk within 45 days after the close of the public hearing on the remand, unless there is a showing that more time is required for good cause or the parties mutually agree to extend that time. So 45 days after the close of the public hearing.
since the hearing has not been closed at this point, that's moot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I just sent it to you so you have it for the record, though, if you want to, have it there.
Very
So
good.
this is the version signed by the judge on June 12th. But certainly there's nothing wrong with, the applicant being on board with the continuance or the need to continue.
Very good. We do have a written letter from him, and I'll take a vote on it just to cover all our bases.
Do you need a motion for the vote?
Did you get that from me?
Not yet. Oh, it just came.
All right. Okay, yeah, if you want to just take a look, but that's it.
Tim?
can I just ask, Paul, did you want to give any kind of color from your perspective on the meeting with water and sewer or anything else?
I
Or
think
did
they captured it. But that was the DPW director and the town manager were requesting that line be a gravity line.
So if no other questions from the audience, the first motion the chair will be looking for is just a vote to extend this till our March 31st. Actually, no, we don't even have to now, right? So forget that.
Well, you still want to continue it because you need to continue.
Correct. No, I'm saying we don't have to worry about
Yeah.
this letter now. So February 24th, Mr. Jacoby, is good for you? So the chair would entertain a
Did
motion.
you say February 25th or 24th originally?
February 24th.
4th. Okay, thank you.
And I do not see any hands raised in the Zoom, just to confirm that before we move on the motion, if somebody wants to make it.
So the chair would entertain a motion to continue remand special permit 30 for 0 Mansfield Avenue to February 24th.
Second.
So moved.
So moved.
We've got a
Second.
motion by Bridget and a second by Frank, sorry.
Yep.
They keep calling you Ken. That's like the third time.
My wife's name is Denise, not Bobby. So.
Roll call vote.
Longer than Ken.
Tim?
Yes.
I am a yes. Bridget?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
Eric? Yes. Steve?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Thank you. See you February 24th. Next item on our agenda is definitive plan DEF 4 and special permit 35 for Wannabrew Lane. The owner applicant is Mori's Legacy Real Estate. The applicant seeks to create 3 residential lots, each with a duplex. This was continued from our January 6th meeting. And I believe the applicant's on Zoom, Paul.
Yes. Courtney's on.
Good evening, how are you?
Hello, good evening. I'm Courtney from PMP Consulting, here to talk about the Aubrey Lane subdivision that we spoke about at the meeting in January. Is it all right if I share my screen?
You can.
All right, so just a quick review. We are proposing to develop this lot 1 Aber Lane. It's about 7.5 acres into 3 parcels with a significant drainage basin for stormwater runoff. And here's the build out that shows the proposed Aubrey Lane, the 3 lots, and a subdivision, or not a subdivision, a duplex on each lot for a total of 6 living units. Last time we were discussing screening between the development and the existing residents, as well as the requirement to have a park in a subdivision. So we have put together this landscaping plan to show a proposed fence along this property line in between the new subdivision and the existing house here. And along this line where the drainage basin will be, we have proposed black spruce trees along the line 3 feet off of the property line. And then we took some of the empty space in the cul-de-sac and turned it into a park green area with some plantings and benches and a flagpole in the middle to qualify as a park and add some green space and community feel to the subdivision. And I believe that covers most of what we had talked about last time. Are there any questions? That was the quick summary.
I think you hit points that I had. The screening with that fence, is there going to be any plantings as well, or just what are we proposing for a fence there exactly?
It's just a 6-foot fence. The developer from Mori's Legacy Real Estate is in communication with the owner of this property, Sonny, and has asked him what kind of fence he would prefer.
Very good. That was going to be my next question. As long as they're in communication and they're both on the same page, that's appreciated.
Great.
I do like the idea of the design in the pocket park, if you want to call it that, in the middle of the cul-de-sac. I think that's kind of cool looking.
Yeah, I think it's appropriate and meets the criteria.
Yeah, absolutely. Very creative way and easy way to get it done. If that's all you have to point out to us tonight, I'll go to board members for questions or comments.
That sounds good.
Tim?
I noticed in the packet, OpenGov, that they're requesting a waiver for the landscape requirements. Paul, I don't think that was in your original memo.
Right,
I don't think you had.
They added it.
In terms of, from your perspective, Paul, do you feel like They're basically saying this is too small to really merit a landscape plan.
Right. Yes. And I should add to the environmental impact statement, you did ask that the conservation director put his thoughts in to indicate if he was okay with waiving it, and you'll see that John Thomas did indicate he was fine with waiving it.
So those would be two votes we need to take, Paul, correct?
Yes.
Waiver vote and
And Tim just answered, they're below 10 lots, which was a standard for the landscape architect. And so you'll be making 5 different votes on this. Definitive plan, special permit for a duplex, special permit for the Water Resource Protection District, and a waiver to the environmental impact study, and then the waiver for the landscape architect requirement.
the two latter ones we'll take first when we get there. Any other questions from the board? Rob, I'll go to you since you're online.
I'm good, thanks.
I'm just going to keep making sure you're awake.
Oh, no, I'm awake.
Any
You're
other
keeping
members of
me
the
awake.
board? Any other questions, comments? If not, I'll go to members of the public. We have one lone member of the public here with us tonight in attendance, and I do not see any hands raised at the moment online. I'll give it a minute in case anybody wants to chime in or jump up to the microphone. Yes. Come on up. Come on up, just name and address for the record and ask us whatever you want.
And I do
No.
apologize for that. That was rude. Carol Reed, 25 New Taunton Ave. You just said that one of the things you're going to vote on is a waiver of the environmental impacts. Did I hear that right?
A waiver for an environmental impact study.
Okay, why would we waive that? Why would you waive that, considering where this is?
It's in conjunction, we asked our conservation director his opinion on it.
Oh, so if he's good with it,
He's
you're
good
good
with
with
it.
it, and
It's
it's
in-
that simple?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
For a
we-
smaller scale project.
It's a
yeah.
smaller scale project. We've waived it multiple times in the past, and it's kind of on a case-by-case basis,
Uh-huh.
depending on how much is impacted. And Paul, they're in front of conservation, did not have to go in front of conservation, I don't remember.
They did.
They did, yes. So they had a full plan in front of the conservation board, and it's all approved.
I believe,
Courtney?
I believe it's been
I
approved.
can speak to that.
Please.
We filed a notice of intent with the Conservation Commission and a stormwater report that was peer reviewed by PGB Engineering. And that is all set, but we were waiting until after the planning board to close out conservation. So we'll be meeting with them again this coming Monday.
So they've had a full notice of intent in front of the conservation committee.
But
So-
did she just say that they're like cool with it, but it's not official until Monday?
Well, usually we go.
I don't know.
It's kind of like chicken or their egg. We try to, a lot of
Oh.
times, both applicants will have both
Yeah.
boards meeting at the same time, so we'll be open and conservation will be open. And just to make sure there's no big changes, we won't close either of the
Okay.
meetings until both boards are pretty much satisfied. So they don't have to, if they were to close with conservation and we had to make changes, they would potentially have to renotice and reopen
Oh,
more
so
hearings. So they try to keep
Gotcha.
everything open and succinct at the same time, so there's, just to make it easier.
Okay, well, we all want things easier. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chair,
Yes, Paul.
I can read what John Thomas wrote.
Please.
He said he's the conservation director. He said an environmental impact statement may be waived by the planning board for this project. The project will not result in a loss or impact of any wetlands, endangered species, habitats, and/or environmentally sensitive areas.
And we have that in OpenGov on the?
Yes, yes. It's a public comment, so people can find it.
Very good. I see one hand raised on Zoom. It's labeled Debbie's Music. If you could unmute and state your name and address for the record, please.
Hi, Debbie Winston, 77 Elm Street. I have a question. It's going to be sewer, correct?
No.
I mean septic.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. I'm a question to the chair, I guess. I'm curious, did we ask them to do sewer? And since I live on 77 Elm and I was being forced to do it, thank God the town went against it, why haven't we mentioned that for this development? I'm just curious. Thank you.
Thank you. Courtney, you want to chime in with any conversations you've had with the town regarding
Sure.
that, or?
There's no sewer to connect to on that portion, so we're forced to do septic systems. I know that there had been talks of a plan to extend sewer and include that infrastructure, but I don't believe that's a requirement at this time.
Correct. So if it was available, you would probably be connecting.
Yes,
Exactly.
certainly.
Thank you. Debbie, does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't see any other hands raised online or in person. If there's no other questions from the board, before we close the public hearing, we could take votes on the landscape waiver and talk about that. The landscape engineer, landscape design waiver, and the waiver for the environmental impact study would be our first two things to talk about.
The only question about the landscape waiver is that doesn't waive that Pocket Park situation, right?
No, we're just waiving a registered landscape architect from designing it. We're letting their engineer design it, and we're saying we're happy with this plan. This is what they're going to be held to.
Okay.
We're just not making them go get a landscape architect to bless this. And
Okay. Yeah.
any other questions about the landscape waiver?
Are you looking for motions on the waivers or just discussion before we close?
I was just looking for a discussion right now. We can vote on the
Okay.
waiver right now and before we close, as far as I'm concerned. It's not a, if anyone wants to make a motion to,
Motion to waive the landscape architect stamp requirement as discussed.
Second.
we have a motion in multiple seconds to waive the landscape engineer requirement. Tim?
Yes.
I am a yes. Bridget?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
Eric?
Yes.
Steve?
Yeah.
Rob?
Yes.
Next thing to talk about would be waiving the environmental impact study like we just talked about. It is in front of conservation. It did get a full notice of intent, and if the conservation director had any qualms and had any thoughts in his mind that we needed it, I would definitely assume he would tell us, no, absolutely you need that. If he's telling me we don't need it and this project doesn't affect enough land, I am more than comfortable with going with his recommendation.
Motion to waive the environmental impact study.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Tim?
Yes.
I am a yes. Bridget?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
Eric?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
There's those two housekeeping matters out of the way. Before we close, Courtney, is there anything else you would like to talk about, bring to the board's attention, or if not, the chair would be entertaining a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
See, I don't know if she
Oh,
had a chance to say
sorry.
anything
Yeah,
there.
so sorry. So sorry.
I was gonna say there was nothing else.
She was nodding her head. I took that as a yes. That was a quick motion, Bridget. Good
It
job.
was.
I like it.
Thanks.
So we have a motion.
Gets excited.
I liked it. Is it still moved?
We have a motion to close the public hearing for definitive plan 4 and special permit 35 for 1
Second.
Brew Lane. We have a motion by Bridget and a second by Rob. Tim?
Yes.
I'm a yes. Bridget?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
Eric?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Public hearing is now closed. We have 3 more votes to take on this. First vote would be vote for the definitive plan. The definitive plan approval is needed to create the proposed 3 residential lots. There's a set of goals listed for us in our subdivision regulations that are needed to be met. If anybody wants to go over them, we can. They were in Paul's memo. If you want to look at it there, or we can bring them up on the board, or the chair would entertain a motion. Anybody?
I guess the,
Rob, was that you looking to make a motion?
yeah. I was trying to allow some time just to make sure nobody wanted to. No. So moved. It was a long one.
We have a motion to approve the definitive plan, DEF 4 for 1A Brew Lane.
Seconded.
So I think Steve got you, Eric.
Eric can do either way. Yeah.
We have a motion and a second. Tim?
Yes.
I'm a yes. Bridget?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
Eric?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
One down.
One to go.
Second motion we'll be looking for is for the special permit for a duplex development.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the special permit for a duplex for 1A Brew Lane. Any other discussion?
I know we got some sort of clarification on this, but what lot is this attached to?
The whole project.
Like, can we just make it as like like when there's a paper filed, they put a lot number on it or something, right? A parcel ID.
Mm-hmm.
Are there going to be 3 separate papers made up?
I'm sorry, 3 separate.
Special permit papers with lot.
We only have
you're
the
gonna
one-
say 3 separate lot IDs.
They,
'Cause we're
now that
approving-
you've approved the definitive plan, it'll move forward to create the 3 new lots.
Right.
So they'll all have in the future specific identification numbers.
Right. So like, if we approve a subdivision on 1A Brew Lane, which one is 1A Brew Lane?
The whole project.
Well,
But it won't be. It'll have a different number at that
right,
point.
but they will have new numbers. So after the lots are created, the applicant will work with the fire department to get all new addresses for all 6 units.
Right, but again, maybe I'm not getting it. What parcel ID does this attach to?
Well, technically, Steve, it doesn't have one yet. They don't even have new numbers, so.
Well, right now it attaches to the existing lot. But as you've authorized the creation of 3 new lots, this approval will get spread out to those 3 new lots. It'll be spread over those 3 new lots.
Steve, are you asking for 3 different motions? One for lot 1, one for lot 2, and one for lot
I mean,
3?
if we at least like make the motion to approve 3 duplexes.
I look at it, this is the project in front of us. We're approving the project in front of us. If we're not saying, if we had, I know where you're saying you're going. If we had a really big, if this was 10 duplexes and we had one that we didn't like, I could see us in some avenue going through and not approving one or something like that. But it's presented to us as one project. That's how I've always looked at it.
I can see it both ways. I just feel like there's a technical thing, but that's, I mean, however we want to do it, but.
Less motions, the better. My opinion.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah, I gotta go with that.
So we do have a motion and a second to approve the special permit for a duplex for 1A Brew Lane. If there's no other further discussion, Tim?
Yes.
I'm a yes. Bridget?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
Eric?
Yes.
Steve?
yes.
Rob?
Yes.
One more. We're looking at a special permit for the Water Resource Protection District. This is required if we'll render impervious more than 15% or 2,500 square feet of any lot in this district. It sets a couple different standards that between us, our board, and the conservation should be well taken care of. Any discussion on this? If not, the chair would entertain a motion.
Paul, this is zone 2 or zone 3?
It is,
2.
oops, sorry, almost there. Zone 3.
Yeah. So zone 1 is the well, zone 2 is the area that feeds into the well area, and zone 3 is the area that feeds into the area that feeds into the well.
Yes.
I'll take that engineering description.
So moved.
And a
Yep.
second.
We have a motion by Bridget and a second by Tim for the approval of the special permit for the Water Resource Protection District for Brew Lane. Tim?
Yes.
I am a yes. Bridget?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
Eric?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
And I believe we're out of motions for this evening, Courtney.
We're done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We will Paul will work on getting all the necessary paperwork to you.
That sounds
Right.
fantastic.
Do
Thank
you, are you okay if there's nothing really particular about this. Does the board want to see the certificate of approval at the next meeting, or are you just authorizing the chair to review and then the clerk to sign it?
So we have to do a certificate of approval for the definitive plan. Do you guys want to read it next meeting, or are you okay with Paul and I doing it?
Yep.
Doesn't matter either way. We're in our time frame.
I'm
Either
okay
way.
with you guys handling
Yeah,
it.
I'm okay with you if you're all right.
Yeah, you guys can do it.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
If you need a hand, let me know.
Mm-hmm.
Next item on our agenda. Good night, Courtney. Thank you very much.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have a discussion and possible vote on some bylaw amendments for town meeting by Steve. Steve, take it away.
And
Yeah,
I'm
Paul, you
putting
want
it
to put
up,
that
right?
up? Yeah. Well, to lead it, I guess we have a few issues going on that have yet to be rectified with our bylaw. The board, in various iterations, have tried to correct it over the past 2 years. Our work got denied. There are still errors there. It's not any of our fault. The number one thing we need to do is add an approved definition to the top of the shop housing. Right now, we don't have mixed-use developments in our general bylaw definition group. It's only in the MBTA district. So we don't have to update that yet. But just that blue line, uses within top of the shop development, etc. If we just add that, that's enough to satisfy me right now. That's the only thing we can put on an article. That's fine. That'll fix the top of the shop housing issue that I've had, where it would require the special permits if the residential use requires special permits. It requires a special permit if the commercial use requires a special permit. It just can't be a free-for-all anymore. Because right now it's being interpreted even beyond what I thought the problem was. I thought it was just even getting out of hand when it was unlimited housing, or units rather. But the way it's being interpreted is that anything at all, it could be a single family home above a 3-story factory, according to the ruling. That needs to be fixed immediately. So if we can just agree to change that definition, I'm good for the spring meeting. There's more I want to do, but we can hold off till fall. I mean, I don't have a big pressure about that.
There's 1,000 things we need to do. I don't know in the pecking order of what's more important. I'm still salty from the last town meeting of doing anything.
I think this
we
is
do have guidance that the town manager doesn't want zoning articles at spring town meeting. They want to focus on budget and things like that. So that's something to consider. And my only other comment, I haven't put both definitions side by side. Is this exactly mirroring MBTA? I mean, that's about the only thing. We don't want to change MBTA.
I exactly matched the MBTA with the top of the shop housing definition.
So that would be right off the bat the only thing I could stomach. Anybody else have any? We're getting kind of close into our, we even have time to, what's our time frame, Paul, to do anything for spring?
Next Tuesday. So if you're to take action, you need to do it now.
We have to do it tonight?
That would just be to have a placeholder on the
Placeholder.
warrant.
Yes, that's just to have a placeholder. If you instruct me to move forward on this, I will submit a memo to the town manager.
And to reiterate, if we don't do this until fall, every project that applies before that's changed is like grandfathered in with their processing. That's a whole summer.
Go ahead, Rob.
Sorry.
I think I'm hearing that the smart thing to do is break it up. Like Steve, you said there's other things you'd love to get, but we should hold those, and that this one thing is really the important thing to focus on plugging. So we'll take this, I would say we take this one thing and go ahead with it, but we keep it to this, so we're not coming in with a lot.
Right. A single line is very easy to explain. And if we say that right now it stands as an anything go and we're just trying to limit it, that's our whole argument.
I've always had a thing too, we have so much to do, let's throw a little something at every town meeting. I've always kind of thought that also.
Yeah. So defer the rest and take this is my thought.
If we want to come back with the same exact language as MBTA and apply it, I could stomach that. I'll take everyone else's opinion, and then if the town manager is, not that we have to go by, I don't believe what they say, but if there's a huge bit of pushback, which I don't think there will be, we'll deal with it then, but we can vote, a placeholder's a placeholder, doesn't mean we have to fill it. So at least it gives us the opportunity to kick it around more and get our...
I think it's a worthy thing to do.
So how many units?
I agree with Steve too on that. We should.
That doesn't affect anything yet. Wouldn't affect the units. It would just regulate whether somebody can do things by right or by special permit or whether they're not allowed to do it.
And when we did have it in our bylaw update that was denied, this was fixed in that.
This definition was updated in the bylaw thing that got denied.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's really just taking that exact language and adding it in where it is. I can stomach it for tonight. Anybody else?
Yes.
Yes.
So the chair would
I'm good.
the chair would entertain a motion to authorize Paul to do some placeholder language for Springtown meeting as discussed.
Are we taking public
So
comment?
So seconded.
I didn't know if we were taking public comment.
A little after.
Okay.
Tim?
You're looking for a vote?
Yes.
I'd say yes, placeholder.
Yes on a placeholder. Bridget?
Yes, on a placeholder.
Yes, on the placeholder.
Eric?
Yes.
Steve, I don't even have to ask you.
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Still with us, Rob, huh?
Debbie, I see your hand raised. Do you have another question on this, or is it?
I saw Rob and Steve.
Never mind.
Yes, I do. I have a comment and a question. My comment is to thank everybody on the planning board for having the citizens' best interests at heart. It's very nice to see, number one. And my question is, I didn't quite catch who was the one saying that he couldn't stomach any variation for the MBTA. Can you clarify who that was?
That was me, Debbie Allen. I said we don't really want to change anything in the MBTA zoning district right now. It was just approved by the state. Any other change to that document is a complicated approval. But what we're doing is taking a definition that we used in the MBTA zoning and apply it to this top of shop, adding it to the definitions to tighten up our uses of in the top of the shop development.
Okay.
I don't know if that,
With all due respect, I'm just asking a question. Would it be okay to stomach an anything goes? So I'm glad to see the end result was that we did have this place marker. And this ties into the budget. So that comment about the town manager or whatnot, these multifamily and apartments, the town has made it loud and clear. They do not want them. The schools are already well over budget. So these things are tied together.
Yep. And we are working toward that.
Debbie, could I,
And
if
I
I,
appreciate it.
if I could add something, the original comment by Alan about stomaching the wording was he doesn't want to stand at town meeting and explain two different definitions to the town in a confusing way. Not having
get it.
nothing to do with the
Yep.
MBTA itself.
Just consistency.
Got it. Thank you.
The second item we have for discussion this evening is regarding whether we want to have the applicant at 0, or a potential applicant again for 0 Newcomb Street, to make another informal presentation to us for another concept plan. Paul, do you want to speak to this?
Sure. So this applicant had, or property owner at this point, had submitted a 40B plan that was denied by the ZBA. And then some months ago, made an informal presentation to you. You gave some pretty direct comments. I mean, you didn't have a plan in front of you, but certainly made it clear that the amount asked for was a lot. He has come back with another concept and just wants the opportunity to represent it to you. It would be a 55 and over community with cottage style housing and then independent living.
So I'll speak to it, I guess. I was looking at the plan, the concept thing. Again, conceptually, the idea of an elderly community of sorts is great. The scale is still way out of whack. There's no way to build that project within our code, the way it's drawn. I tried to get even close, and I can't. Also, the apartment building is just flat out not allowed. It could be a nursing home with many units as a single building. A nursing home's allowed. If it's assisted living, that's fine. But his intention of not being assisted living, then it can't be an apartment. So that's 95 units just in the apartment. That's crazy. When I did the math for the lot, if I did a cluster development, which allows me to shrink the lot sizes in half, and I did the affordable housing at 30%, which allows me to triple the density, I get around 36 units total. I don't think they can fit more than 36 units on there under our bylaw.
So this is why Paul originally had asked me, he's like, do you want to have him in for another discussion? And I said, no, let's us talk about it again, because it doesn't seem like the scale has changed. It doesn't seem like they're taking our feedback of multiple boards now.
No.
And multiple times. So do we even want to hear, or just say pull a permit and apply for it, and we'll hear you then?
I can say, I mean, I think it's very easy for Paul to just have an off-the-cuff conversation with him.
I believe, I don't want to speak for Paul, but he's had many.
Right. I mean, as far as my opinion, they're presenting a concept that cannot happen. It would be a waste of time for them to pull a permit for that, because there's no permit to pull.
I think it's just too big for the area, no matter what.
Yeah, way too many units.
I think I don't want to say it's a waste of our time. If he wants to, I would give him the opportunity to come in and explain, but I think it's just a waste of time.
I'm going to explain exactly what I just said here.
Yeah.
You can watch the meeting and get it in 5 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, can I?
Why don't Debbie talk to him?
Yeah. I mean, I think we had the informal discussion. We gave him some feedback. It doesn't seem like all of our feedback is incorporated into this plan. At this point, I think that we would need to be talking about an official proposal to give any more substantive feedback and guidance, other than doesn't seem like you listened.
No.
So I don't see the point in having another informal discussion, because it puts us, it's not official, but it still puts us somewhat on record of how we feel about it, and when we don't have the full details of everything. So it's all downside.
Yeah, again, like I said, it just, there's no way for me to use our bylaw to build what they're proposing, not even close. So, no.
I'm going to just echo both Tim and Steve. That's where I feel.
Agreed. Yeah.
It would make one of the meetings longer.
Thanks, Rob. Go back on mute.
No, I agree.
I think we're
Put
all,
the bird on.
I think we're all on the same page.
Yeah, it's hard.
Paul, so you'll direct our comments?
Good luck.
They were comments I made to him prior,
Yeah.
but I will now say I have the backing.
Also, Alan, I appreciate you intervening for this and not having the presentation.
It probably wouldn't have been much
Sorry.
longer than this, but
Yeah, no, that's true.
other than that, as far as business before us tonight, we do have our upcoming meetings, February 24th, March 17th, and March 31st. Then April 7th will be our last meeting with this makeup of the board before town elections. Brian's going to be sending outstanding minutes for the next meeting that he wants us to look at and vote on, so be prepared for that. And Paul, anything else you would like us to talk about tonight? If not, Chair
No,
would-
just other than we're at that crossover point where any new application that comes in, we've got to make sure that the board will be here to be able to successfully vote on it, or else we'll just ask them to agree to wait till the new board starts.
Yeah, unless it's something small.
Yeah, right,
A&Rs
right, if we
and things like that.
Right.
It'd be very hard to fit in anything that needs to be peer reviewed and anything
Right.
at this point.
And give you multiple meetings, opportunities for multiple meetings. So I don't know what's on the horizon, other than what's scheduled for the 24th, but they're all in-house now.
Just a note, I still have that conflict on the next meeting, so I won't be here.
No Tim on February 24th. Paul, what do we have on that agenda that's going to affect?
Zero
Okay,
Mansfield.
We have 61 West Main was continued. We have 246 East Main, which is a marijuana retail store going into an existing building. Wheaton Place was also, it's right next to the Dunkin', where the Dunkin' Donuts is at East Main. It's
the Lucky Green Ladies small building that we talked about before.
No.
But it's on
The other
East
side.
Main, across from Blue Star.
Oh,
Do you know where, like,
East Main,
lapels
not
and-
West
Yeah,
Main.
East Main.
Yeah, Duncan.
Yeah, in there.
Brickett's Corner.
Paul, is that going through us for special permit approval?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. The Wheaton Place is continued to the 24th. You're also going to we're getting a request from Balfour across the street just to, for surety. They're in their construction phase, and so they're going to come back with some surety proposals. And then 0 West Main, that's the site of a prior proposal a previous board had seen about single room occupancy, but this isn't. However, that one is also caught up in that provision on, because it's multifamily and village commercial. They have some problems with it. So we're going to try to work with them on that. But that one, there are a few things now that they are not complying with in the adjacent R40 zoning. So I'm trying to work with him. I don't know where this is going to land at this point, but, so you have a pretty busy schedule.
Any other conflicts to the next meeting that anyone knows about? I know it's a little bit of ways.
No, I'm good.
No, I should be here.
Tim, we will muster on without you. I don't know what we will do.
You'll survive.
You sure you don't want to zoom in?
No.
Okay. With that, the chair would entertain a motion.
Motion to adjourn. Seconded.
We have a motion to adjourn in a second. Tim?
Yes.
I'm a yes. Bridget?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
Eric?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Our meeting is adjourned till February 24th. Good night, Mr. Wiggins.
Good night, Peter.
See, I stayed awake.